Welcome back, everybody, at last, to Let's Play Secret of Mana. So, I got back to where I was after my big hard drive crash, and for the most part, I'm pretty much in the same condition, the same area that I was before. Actually, I'm in the exact same area, and pretty much the same level. I think I'm one level ahead of where I was. All my weapon levels are up here, and I can show you my spell levels, too. Not that I think you don't believe me or anything, but just so you know, everything's at 7. Except for Dryad, which I gotta build him up. Or her. I don't know. The picture of Dryad in the guide actually looked like a female, but I don't know. Kinda had a female figure. Not that I'm checking out trees or anything, but... Keep going, Sir Tim. Yeah, you can see I got the extended dialogue patch applied. The color one sometimes takes a while to kick in, but... it shows up eventually, I don't know why. Sometimes it seems to work, and other times it doesn't. But, oh well. Just gonna go in here and change my weapon for Sprite, because we don't wanna... I don't know, he's better with the spear than with the bow and arrow, and he does more damage with it, so... what the hey? What? I thought you could knock that out with the sword. Well, I guess we're gonna have the axe equipped for a while. I'm not real crazy about the axe because it's kind of slow, but against these tougher enemies in this area, most of which have really high defense, it's not a bad weapon of choice to take with you. Now, if I could just push the right button here, we could open this treasure chest and get our boomerang orb, and then try this again. I think we got a boss fight coming on the other side of this door. It's gonna be against a... oh wait, well, maybe not. Okay. Just don't step on that switch, or else it's going to replace all these little plant things I'm trying to knock down. Get through to the other side here, and we can just make quick work of this. This area takes a while, and you gain buttloads of experience if you decide to stick around and fight monsters. Usually I like to skip them because so many of them are just a pain in the ass, and they evade like you would not believe. They're constantly dodging your attacks. Here comes the Basilisk, which I actually think this monster looks a little bit like Bart Simpson, but... so, I don't know, I guess it's the mouth or something, I don't know. Well, he sure takes his time dying, that's for sure. Like when Nelson beats him up in that one episode, and he just, like, it takes 12 punches to knock him down. Like, dude, he'd be down after the first punch. What are you talking about? Now, about halfway down this waterfall, there's a switch on one side of the wall that you have to hit. Obviously, you just saw what I did, and it turns off the water. This one here doesn't have a switch, but this one does, and it's going to try to fake you out. I'm thinking it's on the same side, it's actually over here. Nice. Now, here comes that boss fight. And this is Hydra, I believe. So, I'm going to start off right away with some magic, because I don't feel like wasting time here. Well, that was pretty weak, what the heck? Is that not... oh, there it goes. Okay, alright. I was gonna say, man, that should definitely be doing more than that. After you do so much damage, he'll lose a head, but then he'll grow them back. So, we won't use all magic here. I'll just kind of, you know, a little bit sporadically here and there. Knock out another head. Make this a little easier. We're doing pretty much buku's damage compared to what we used to. So, it's quite beautiful seeing those huge numbers screen. Oh, well, they're doing pretty good dodging so far. I'm surprised he's not using more magic, because he'll break out some of that water magic and knock you down pretty quickly. This guy can do a lot more than he's showing us in this battle, I'll tell you that. I guess he's just so busy taking the hits that he can't even concentrate, and he's in so much pain. There goes one. That didn't do much. I'm thinking I'm about to cast another spell here just to get this over with. Because you've pretty much seen this, you know. Well, you haven't seen this, but... I don't know. Oh, well, I guess we didn't need the magic after all. How about that? Well, we did, but we didn't, and not for that final blow. So, yeah. Wow, 4 minutes already. Oh my, how the time does fly when you're having fun. And we get another orb, as you may well have figured. I'm not sure if I've forged these weapons all the way yet. Like, I think I might have missed some. not missed orbs, but I mean, I might have the orbs and I just haven't forged them yet. I don't know. As you can see, he's running out of henchmen and he has to replace them with generic soldiers. So, he's still got Fana. And himself, of course. Alright. After them! So this next area is a little complicated. It's kind of a... well, like they say it is, it's an old city. An ancient underground city of some sort. Well, I don't know if it's underground, but it looks quite a bit like New York. What little time I've spent there. This New York is like kind of like a two-story city, just about. You can go downstairs and there's a whole malls and stuff all down there. It's like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So we take the conveyor belt down here, and if you come this way, get over here, you can see it's blocked off down here. Well, yeah, see. So what you have to do actually is find the switch, and you'll have to do this in this area, find switches like this right here, which will open those up so you can get through. And most of the switches are not that difficult to find. Just some of them you gotta make sure and hit them before you progress, because you'll have some one-way areas, or one-way tickets, or it's places where you can go down and then you can't go back up again. Which one's ready? Let's see what we forged here. We got the spear, we have the whip, we just got that one, and the boomerang. Boomerang, that is. So if you come up here, you can talk to Chrissy and get her a little heal. Also talk to this guy, kind of important. I learned a secret code from an enemy soldier. Well, if you're it, it's red, blue, yellow, green. What kind of a code is that anyway? It's an important one. Is everyone okay? Take care of yourselves. Here's a little boost. Alright. Oh, I see our color swap is kicked in. That's good. 7 minutes. Okay, we should be able to get through this. Or at least through this part of the area. Alright. Like I said, a lot of the monsters here are just so high defense. They're either got high defense or a high evasion, so... the only ones really worth fighting if you want to do that are these guys right here, the faces. But even those I'm kind of just feel like skipping. See these little areas that look like bricks, you can walk down those but not back up. So, and there's a point where there's a switch just before one of those, so you gotta make sure and touch that before you fall down the thing, or you gotta go all the way around again. Here's a switch that opens the door, but not the one that's right next to us, so... that's another thing, when you hit switches, sometimes you don't know which door they're gonna open, so... you might have to look around to see which way you can go to progress. It's not that complicated, though. It's fairly simple. Probably the best spell to use, if you wanted to use spells in here, would be Air Blast. And if you built up Dryad, that would help too. The switch here is right in the middle of those 4 things in the floor. It's not so easy to find unless you're obsessive compulsive, as I tend to be. Scary music, man. Captain Duck, get out of my way. And that little code that the guy told us about gets to be useful here. Wait a minute. Yeah, just hit me with your exploder spell. I want to put this code in. So it was red, blue... let me hit this guy. Oh, poopers. I think I just undid my code. Well, just for that, you're gonna die. Getting in my way. Yeah, like I said, these guys... I mean, normally we can do about 130 damage against most monsters, but these guys, unless you get a critical hit, you're not going to triple digits at all. So... there we go. And that takes care of that. Now here comes that switch that's just behind the... yeah, right here. Make sure you step on that before you step down this thing, or you'll be... well, if one of your other characters is still up there, you can always switch to one of them to get it. But that would be close. And that switch is the one that opens this door over here. So it all starts to make sense in the end. We're taking the conveyor belt. I don't think there's any secret passages on this one, so... probably could have just taken the other side. It doesn't matter which way you go there. Which side you take, I mean. These guys give really good experience, so I'm going to grab these while I can. Might as well take advantage of it. Ooh, just got dizzy there for a second. Ooh. Ooh. Man, hate it when that happens. Charge it up here, see what we can do. Alright. Well, that was cool. I don't use the axe very much, I didn't realize that he did that. Well, guys, I'm running out of time, so now that we're up to the train, we're probably just gonna stop before we get on. So, yeah, I guess that'll be all for this episode of Secret of Mana. It's good to finally be doing this one again. Okay, so, see ya.